Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, all, and welcome to this fortnight's installment of the IshPlusSix Podcast, the podcast series where you could discover your next favorite artist. On today's episode, I am joined by the one and only Zeggé. Zeggé is a North London-based rap artist who has been making moves for himself within the London underground scene with hits upon hits such as Brother, Hotbox, and Different. After his most recent tape, It's Personal, from back in August's release, he's really proved that he is definitely someone to keep an eye on. So please all welcome Zeggé to the podcast. Let's go. What's going on, Zeggé?
Come on. Be saying, bro.
I'm chilling, man. I'm here. You know the vibes. I'm gassed for this interview for me.
Yeah, no, same as well. Like when you hit me up, I was like, raw. Yeah, like it's about time. It's about time. Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah,
Nah,
thanks,
I'm
man.
excited, man.
Facts. Do you know what? Honestly, it actually shakes me sometimes when people be like, "Oh yeah, I saw your interview with so and so. I saw it." I'm like, "Whoa, that's hold on. I didn't realize that people like look to these things. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah, nah, bro. Even I tapped in as well because you interviewed my boy Kemi and Steez as well, and I was just like, raw. That's crazy. Like, when is he gonna shout me?
yeah. Do you know what, man? Honestly, it's Spotify's fault. It's the Spotify algorithm's fault. We'll leave it at that. It's
Nah, I hear it. I hear it. Nah, I hear it still.
yeah, man, 100%. But yeah, talk to me though. Where you coming to us from? What's happening? How's it going in the life of Zeggé though, for real?
Boy, to be honest, it's lit, man. I think it's been a great year for me, innit? Like, and obviously there's still a lot left like to do like in the year, innit? Obviously we got like what, 3 months left. There's still a lot of me left for this year, innit? And then next year is just a whole new battery. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
100%, man.
yeah, obviously I dropped my tape in August. That done well. People really took it in. Um, yeah, like I've featured on 2 shows as well, getting radio plays. Like, yeah, people are actually starting to tap in, which I really appreciate because like, yeah, man, I just love music, bro. Like I just love it. Like I remember like even just getting my first iPod. How old was I? Think I was in primary school, bro. Primary school, I got an iPod Nano. Like it was like this small, bro.
Yeah,
And I just had bare songs on there. Like it was just literally me and my iPod and my PSP, bro. Like I'll just be what I can't even remember what games I had. I think I had like GTA Vice City or something. Just listening to music and just my PSP, bro. So yeah, like for yeah, man. But yeah, like yeah, the life of Ziggy, it's been all right still. I can't really complain, man. I love it. I love the journey, man. I love it still.
facts, man. Facts. Yeah, nah, I remember PSP. I never had one, but one of my friends had one, and I just remember just just going on GT. I wasn't even doing any missions or anything. I was just attacking people just cause just little
Yeah,
8-year-old me, you know?
trying to get the tank and just shoot up people like on GTA and that and just yeah. No, it's fun still. Them days are funny still.
Exactly, man.
Oh
Man,
man.
those were the days. But yeah, before we get too deep into the episode, you've seen every episode, obviously. You know that we always start off with a joke. Today's no different. And I'm sorry, I'm reading the punchline now. I'm already gassed. Let's just get it out of the way.
Bro, I laugh at everything, innit? But I know when something's funny. Like I just know, innit?
All right, man. All right. This one, honestly, I don't know how you're gonna react to it, but let's just
Yeah.
see. Let's just get into it. All right, cool. Recently, NASA found bones on the dark side of the moon. Turns out the cow never made it.
What? Wait, wait, what? Turns out so they found bones
Yeah,
on the dark side of the moon. Turns out the cow never made it.
yeah. That one took me a couple of minutes as well. I had to read the comments.
What? No milk, no protein or something.
Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, fam. The cow jumped over.
What?
The cow jumped over the
What?
moon.
The cow jumped over
You've
the
never
moon.
heard that nursery rhyme?
No, I've probably heard, do you know what it is? I've probably heard it, but it's not one of them rhymes that sticks out, innit? That is crazy though. That
You
is
know,
crazy.
it would make a whole lot more sense if you knew the nursery rhyme. That's the thing.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right. We'll lock it there. We'll lock it there. We'll get it. Do you want? There's some listeners and viewers out there who are dying right now. Hopefully,
yeah.
so
Obviously they get in it, like they
exactly.
remember the nursery rhymes. I don't.
That joke was for them. You guys, I hope you enjoyed. Let's get into the questions. Let's get into what people came here for real. Cool. So, all right. I want to talk a little bit about the Zeggé origin story. Where did the name Zeggé come from? I know that's not your actual, government name. How did you get into
Yeah.
music? Just talk to me about all of that. What took you from where you were to where you are now, essentially?
Boy, crazy. So I'll start off with the name in it. So for those that don't know how it's spelled Zeggee with an accent. So this goes back all the way to like year 10. So I was like what, 14, 15, roughly. And then yeah, like obviously I was out here doing things that I weren't meant to be doing, getting in trouble or whatnot, like just doing dumbness in it. And then yeah, like it literally got given to me in it by someone. So and everyone knows what Zeggé is in it, like what it means in it. Like it means for those that don't know, it means smoke. So like yeah, to put it in context, yeah, that's literally it. So it got given to me and then like it just stuck. Like it because no one knows a Zeggé in it. Like it just that name just stuck. If someone says Zeggé, they'll know, yeah, it's me in it. Like, yeah, and it's so crazy because like some people even think it's my first name. That's how mad it is. Until I tell them my first name and they're like, bro, I thought Zeggé was your first name. And I'm just like, nah, that's my tag name slash artist name. That's what people call me in it. So yeah, that's how I got the name. It never changed in it. I've got like a list over the years. I've had like a list of like variations in it. People say zigzag, zigzag, ziggy, um, Zegosaurus. Like,
Zegosaurus, you know?
bro, I have two whole lists, like two whole pages of like variations of my name that people have popped up to me saying to me in it. Like I can't zag, zigzag, whatever. Like it's mad. Zegway. Like it's just so silly in it, but it's funny. I might even get that on a t-shirt. Just get the whole list on a
Yeah,
t-shirt and
yeah,
just
yeah.
wear it out in it. Like, but yeah, yeah. So the name stuck. Yeah, so the name got given to me. Um, how I got into music, obviously, in secondary school, I was in a group in it, but like that group obviously dissolved because we kept getting into like trouble in it, like beef and whatnot. So it kind of died out. But obviously, I wanted to carry on rapping in it. Like I still loved music. I wanted to make music and whatnot, but there was like no way for me to actually do that. So like it kind of got forgotten about. Like I was distracted with other things. Like and obviously I was at school. I was playing basketball as well. Um, yeah, like and then it got to I would say first year of university. Like that's when I was like, all right, cool. Like I gotta take this seriously now, innit? Like I actually love music. I need to make something out of it and just like enjoy making music. So that's when I put out my first song. And obviously that first song got taken. I took it down in it because like it's not it's we're in a new era of Zeggé now, innit? Do you get what I'm saying? So
The villain era,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
you gotta start from somewhere in it. So yeah, like I just like from that song till now, I just wasn't like I was just like my boy Reem, like he always said like I'm brave for putting out like songs like that instead of like not releasing them in it. And like for me, that's like a timestamp to show progression like in my career in it. So like yeah, that put out my first song. I'll say about it was like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, put out my first song. Then I made another song and it was like I took too long to release songs in it. And it's like I didn't really have a support system. I didn't really have like um how would I say I didn't have a proper engineer that I could sit with that knows how to mix my vocals and mix it to how I want it. So it was kind of tough at the start. Then I met one guy called Oscar Moose. Shout out Oscar Moose. I don't know where he is in the world. He's probably in Norway or LA or something. But shout out to him because that's he's been there from the jump in it. So ever since I started working with him, um my songs were just getting better and better. I started appreciating them more. My pen game was getting better and better. And then I think where I felt like I was doing great with my pen was I dropped a song called Leverage Chips. And then obviously that song was it was very deep in it, quite vulnerable. And when did I drop Leverage Chips? Was this last? It might have been last year or 2 years ago.
Yep,
And then
last year, yeah.
yeah, and then I think I dropped No Good in the summer or late summer. And then I dropped Brother in November last year. So when I dropped Brother, that took off. And I was like, I was sat there, like it took off on TikTok in it and like Insta and whatnot. I'm like the next day, my phone was just like ping, 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 notifications from everywhere. And I didn't know what was going on in it. And then my boy messaged me, he's like, bro, have you seen like what's going on? Like, I'm like, nah, he's like, bro, like your song's going super viral. Like, I'm just like, wait, what? So I'll go on TikTok and it's blowing up like the video that I did for it was just blowing up, blowing up, blowing up. And people were actually rating the song as well. So that translated into like streams and people that mess with my music in it. And then it's funny because brother, yeah, I'm a perfectionist in it. Brother had had three beat changes, yeah, and like 10 I'll say demos, 10 demos or versions of that one song
Yeah.
before it got released in it. That's how much of a perfectionist I am in it. The beat that you hear on that song, like that wasn't the original beat,
Yeah.
basically. So it had three other beats before that, or was it two? Maybe two. I think it was two. Yeah, so two other beats before it. Bear in mind, like you got to pay for beats in it. So I'm just buying beats, like I'm just recording and whatnot, like doing different takes, and yeah, like came up with that final version. Um, that's still one of my favorite songs. I won't lie. Like yeah, that did well. Then I was like, cool, I got to drop a few more tracks and then do a tape. I only dropped one track because I was working on the tape as well. And plus, I was working on other tracks that are unreleased in it that are obviously gonna come out sometime next year or maybe ending of this year. But yeah, we've been working on, I was working on that tape as well. And then the tape's called It's Personal. The reason why I went with It's Personal is because yeah, I just like I took everything that happened, a lot of things happened in my life, in it growing up, and I just thought like, raw, it really affected me because I took it personal in it, like a lot of like turning points. Yeah, man. So that's why I called it that. But yeah, where we at now? So yeah, yeah, bro. I'm just lost, bro. The journey's crazy. So
To be fair, yeah, and you're only at the beginning of your career as well. That's actually insane.
yeah, bro. A lot has happened in it up till this point, and obviously a lot is going to happen in it. So like, I dropped Hotbox before my tape, and that's with Reem. He's super cold. Like on that track, he went crazy. That dropped. People were liking it and whatnot. Then I dropped my tape in August. People took that in, and like the feedback was crazy. Like people loved it. Like it was very deep and vulnerable, and it's. I felt like those tracks were answers to questions that I left unanswered in it. So yeah, that's how deep it is for me personally, I would say. So yes, and where we're at now, yeah, man, I think yeah, my tape's out, it's doing numbers, and yeah, I'm just enjoying the process, just working hard in it, like working overtime in it, working
Facts, man.
overtime for the music, bro. So yeah, that's where I'm at now. Obviously, there's a lot more that happened, but I don't think we got time to like talk about everything in it. So like, yeah, it's
Hey, man,
crazy.
we've got time. It's fine. We've got time. It's calm, man. Honestly.
Yeah,
But yeah,
like
cool. So we've detailed a little bit about where the name Zeggé came from, how you got into music. I actually didn't know that that's what Zeggé meant, honestly. I mean, then again, I didn't necessarily spend my formative years in London, so I guess it might just be a London thing, to be fair.
yeah,
But yeah, so we've talked a little bit about that. I do want to mention or talk a little bit about more I do want to talk a little bit more about your recent tape. It's personal. Came out
yeah,
earlier this year in August, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, August, yeah,
I know that it originally had 10 tracks planned for it. Can you tell me about the process in which you went about selecting 7 tracks instead? And also, let's just talk about the creative process as a whole. I know you went into a bit of detail about it earlier, but let's talk
yeah.
about it some more.
So obviously it's personal. I, in terms of the creative process, it was a very interesting process because like I was trying to before I even said I was gonna make a tape, I was still like finding my feet with my sound and like my cadence and just 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 making music in general. And then I think No Good, I've got a song called No Good. No Good was a point where I was like, yeah, like I really mess with this music. Like this is what a younger me would like to listen to, like growing up, like if it was there at that time. So um a lot of like so that song itself in particular has a lot of like jazz influences. So like obviously the French horns, um the what else was in there? The saxophone. I think there's a trumpet in there as well. So it's very like the elements are very deep. So I was just like, yeah, this is the route that I want to go down in terms of music. Um, I really like the sound. So I started like experimenting. Bro, I was going through, I would say in a week I'll go through like hundreds of beats that are getting sent to me, beats that I'm looking for, like I'm hitting up producers, like I'm going through tons of beats, like, and then I think the first song on there called It's Personal, um, I hit up I hit up one guy called Ezra. Shout out Ezra as well, because he's been there like from the beginning of the tape, innit? And yeah, like he made a beat from scratch. Before he made the beat from scratch, what I did, I recorded my lyrics over a metronome. So I literally picked out a BPM and then turned on the metronome, recorded it. Um, Then sent it to him. I was like, bro, create a beat around like my lyrics in it. And then that's exactly what he did. And then I was like, I want to sample the song. And this song is still one of my favorite songs. It's by Reem. It's called D&D. And like that song at that time, I was going when it dropped, I was going through a lot of stuff at that time, innit? So I was like, yeah, cool. It'll be nice if I incorporate that the elements of that song into my song. So that's exactly what I did. And then it also has a beat change at the end. Um, yeah, talking about other stuff. It's kind of like a switch up. Talking about it's literally two songs in one. I was gonna name it it's personal slash side note, but I just left it as it's personal to keep it concise. So yeah, that was the first song. The next song on there is obviously Rekindle. That was interesting because like I had to become super vulnerable in how I felt about someone, someone from the past, did it?
Yeah, man.
So yeah, it's crazy, and it's like I think like if that person like was to hear it, they would know exactly what I'm talking about and who I'm talking about. So yeah, it's crazy. Obviously, no names are being mentioned in it, but they know in it. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that was that song. That song is very like to the close to the heart in terms of like the composition of the whole song. Like it was mixed very well as well. Shout out Oscar Moose as well. What other songs on there? Yeah, Brothers on there, Hotbox, um, Tag, believe it or not, was the last song made. And then I've got Letters, which is also another deep one from a situation that that
It's different.
happened.
It's different or the same way.
It's different situations, bro. It's crazy because like it's taken me a lot to be vulnerable in it. I still got a lot of like growing to do in terms of as a person and as an artist, but it's like being vulnerable, it kind of leaves lifts, especially in music, it kind of lifts like like weight off your shoulders a bit. And like sometimes I'll just be listening to it, I'm just like, raw, like I did that. Like that's crazy. Like how did I manage to write that? Like it's just crazy. But yeah, originally there were 10 tracks. So there was one song on there. There was one song that was meant to be on there that I was working on for 4 years, bro. 4 years.
Four
Cause the
years, and it
message,
didn't end up on
yeah,
the
bro.
thing.
It did end up on the tape, bro. I don't it's crazy because like I really wanted it on there, and then I was like, you know what? Let me archive that. Let me put that one in the vault and just keep it there. Like in the future, it might drop, it may not. But that song, I was working on it for 4 years. I remember um when I first like I probably re-recorded that like 15 times. That's how crazy it is. Like same lyrics, same beat for 4 years, bro. Just re-recording, making sure that it's up to scratch and everything. Like, and the reason why I kept doing that was because like um that song's also meaningful as well. So yeah, that didn't end up on the tape. Um there was a song, I had a song called Different that dropped earlier this year. That was meant to be on the tape, but I felt like I wanted to add something new on there, so I didn't put it on the tape. Um there's another song as well. That's the other song is good. That third song that isn't on there is gonna be on the next tape. That one, I felt like, yeah, it's another situation, and it's like, yeah, I can't. I just wanted this first tape to be concise and not too much. So, yeah, I just kept at seven, removed those three songs, put it in the vault, and then yeah, man. So what we got is personal, rekindle. It's cold outside. Oh, it's cold outside. Shout out Miz. He's from Holland. like, but he's originally from South. Like he lives in Holland. I think he hit me up and was like, bro, let's do a track. And then yeah, it's just been good vibes ever since. Like shout out him. He's proper cold. Like we did a back to back on that tune and it's proper chilled and laid back. Like yeah, so it's cold outside, brother, hotbox tag, letters. So 7 tracks on that tape. So yeah, I wanted it to be 6, but I felt like every song, each one of those 7 songs had to be on there for a reason. And yeah, man, 7 songs from 10. It was nuts. It was hard to decide, bro. It was so hard to decide. Like, mad. It was crazy.
Facts, man. That's
Crazy. So
completely
yeah.
that's understandable as well. Because yeah, honestly, for me personally, I will say I do think I prefer the shorter albums and EPs and tapes in
Yeah,
comparison
same.
to, these long and drawn out 20 plus track. But 20 plus is ridiculous. I don't know why this is now the new standard for albums. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird because like when I listen to albums, yeah, I like the short albums. I think prime example is Dave Psychodrama. That album is brilliant. Like that's one of my favorite albums, and it hits so deep and it's concise within the amount of tracks on there. With like 20 plus songs on an album, it is kind of hard to like finish it. Like it depends on the day. I might finish that album in the day, or I might get to a certain point, then finish the rest a different day. But then you've lost the continuity of listening to that album, if you get what I'm saying. So as in comparison to a short album. But yeah, I prefer short albums as well because it's more concise. It doesn't break the continuity. You can listen to it within, let's just say, an hour, less than that, in fact. But yeah, yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, my mixtape had to, yeah, I wanted to keep it short. Didn't want it that long. I wanted to keep it at 6, but that 7th track had to be on there.
100%, man, 100%. On the album as a whole, or the tape rather as a whole, it sort of felt like you were going in a somewhat different direction sonically to what you had been putting out before, if that makes sense. The tracks on this
Yeah,
album were definitely a lot more relaxed in comparison to, tracks like or previous tracks that you'd put out, like Difference and things like that. So can you talk to me a little
yeah.
bit about what made you want to go in that direction?
Um, I kind of wanted to keep the same house style of like just it being chilled with like um what's that word? A curveball, which the curveball for me personally was tag. I wanted to just throw that in there to present another emotion through that song. Um, yeah, I just had a lot of influences from like jazz. Um, yeah, I listened to a lot of at the time when I was making it, I was listening to a lot of jazz. Listening to guys like Nux, Venner, and obviously I had the help of my guy Ezra in it. Like he plays the saxophone and he's very good at what he does. So yeah, that was kind of the direction that I wanted to go down because I like songs like that anyways. So yeah, it's very different. Like because in comparison to songs like Different's hard hitting, raw. Not to say that the tape isn't, raw as well, but like that one is very different, sounded like very sharp in comparison to like the songs on the tape, which were very smooth, mellow, chilled. So yeah, that was literally what I was aiming for. Something that I could listen to easily as well. Not to say that different isn't easy to listen to, but that's more jumpy. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I want to talk a little bit about one of your tracks on the project called It's Cold Outside featuring Miz. Um, you did reference sort of growing up in a situation that was not necessarily ideal. I want to know how that situation influenced the current path that you're taking in music right now.
Yeah. What part are you looking at, like, in the track? I talk about
Um,
better stuff, a lot of stuff in that track.
yeah, you did make a reference to sort of, there was a bar just in relation to you growing up in sort of like an unideal area, something
Oh
along
yeah.
those lines, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think I know which part you're talking about. It's the part where I'm talking about kind of figure out what you're on about. But yeah, like with the song, that part, obviously where I grew up, um I grew up in Broadwater Farm Estate. Everyone knows that estate really, and it's like it's infamous in it. And you see a lot of things like I think in that track, I think I talk about I can't remember. Like, do you know what's it's crazy, bro? Because I don't remember my lyrics in it, which is kind of bad, isn't it? But I think I talk about is it that song? I don't think it is. It might be, but I talk about like having no head start at all. Like,
Yes, that was the line that that was, yeah, I remember now.
yeah, so obviously grew up in Broadwater Farm Estate, and obviously um that estate's got its stereotypes and whatnot. It was good and bad, you know what I'm saying? So like yeah, good as in being a whole nice community, bad seeing certain things. So for example, like urine on stairs in the lifts and whatnot, like and like the drugs and whatnot, like all of that stuff, all of those activities, and like you name it in it, like you know what I'm saying, like that's just like normal, like not even just on the estate, in the ends, in it. So yeah, bro, like obviously grew up there, born and bred. Yeah, had no head start. Obviously, didn't have a head start in it. Like I came into that, and then there's a part where I say I had no head start or pep talk, came into this life here in debt dog. So obviously, I'm basically trying to say that with where I'm growing up in, um, yeah, no head start. Like I've got to work like even harder to get to where I want to be in it, like to get out the ends and whatnot, because like I've been put in this position through no fault of my own or anyone's fault or whatever. It's just where God's put me in it. Um, because obviously, yeah, it's just everyone's life is different in it. So yeah, to get out of it, I've got to work 10 times harder in it. And yeah, that was kind of like the thing behind those lyrics. Like, yeah, because in debt, obviously you gotta put in more to reach break even, and then you got the profit. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm putting that into how would I say it? Like, yeah, I'm using that as a metaphor, like to life in general, innit? Like you got to work 10 times harder to get to where you want to be, basically. So yeah, so yeah, that's like the thought process and meaning behind those set of lyrics with yeah, with that part.
Yeah, exactly, man. And yeah, I know that the lyrics similar to those are sprinkled throughout a lot of your tracks as well, including, is it I Feel Like, which is the one with the music video of you on the estate itself? Or am I
No,
thinking of a different track?
that's a different estate, but that estate is similar to mine, isn't it? Yeah, so with I feel like I can't remember. Was that I think it was last year. Yeah, like I did talk about like elevators, like lifts, having urine in there, like trying to get my mum out the ends and whatnot, just trying to make it in life, innit? Like through music and whatnot. Like music's life, innit? So I was really like pouring my heart out in that song as well. So yeah, man. It's just it's just the day-to-day struggle really. and like the type of environment I grew up in, innit? Like, yeah, that is, yeah, man. It's I think it's a humbling, no, I wouldn't say humbling, it's just like it's just a really it's a story to tell, innit? In my opinion. Like imagine if like sometimes I imagine if let's say I didn't grow up there, like what story would I have to tell? You know? And plus I'm a musician, there's always a story to tell. So yeah, man, I think yeah, in a lot of tracks I do talk about the ends, how I grew up, what I see, what goes on and stuff. So yeah.
Facts, man. Yeah, and yeah, honestly, yeah, I was gonna say something needs to be done, but what can be done?
You just gotta work. Do you know what it is, bro? You just gotta work 10 times harder, man. Tunnel vision with a bird's eye view, bro. Literally see the bigger picture and then just like tunnel vision. Just hone in on your like aspirations and goals and whatnot. And that's really it. It's literally it. Gotta stay focused, man. Forget all the distractions.
Exactly,
Literally.
man. Literally, exactly. Cool. I want to talk a little bit about further more into I feel like you rapped the line, I don't want to be dressed in Gucci. All I need is ones in a tech fleece. I want to talk about that bar in particular. That bar stuck out to me quite a bit because in the rap community, in the drill community, all of this, no matter what genre, I
Yeah.
mean, mainly the rap
Yeah.
community, if we're being real, materialism runs rampant. I want to know about your opinion on the whole materialism thing that we see prevalent in hip hop and rap today. And yeah, just talk to me about that line in particular as well.
Yeah, do you know what it is? I don't hate on people who buy like Gucci, Fendi, all them things in it. It's nice, isn't it? It's a nice piece of wear in it. You know what I'm saying? I think the tech fleece, like comfy stuff, that's more me really. I'm more chilled in it. So that's literally all I need, bro. Like Nike Air Forces, tracksuit. Like if I'm telling you, if like my friends get onto me about this, yeah, like every motive, I'll just wear a tracksuit. And I'm just like, yeah, there's no dress code. If you don't tell me a dress code, I'll fully wear a tracksuit
Yeah.
because yeah, that's my go-to option. Like, and it's not like it's some old dusty tracksuit. Like it's fresh in it. So like, I'll probably buy a fresh new tracksuit just for that motive. But it's like, that's my go-to. So yeah, unless someone tells me a dress code, tracksuit is comfy, innit? So yeah, it's just one of them ones.
100%, man. And yeah, to be fair, Nike tech fleeces aren't cheap as well, like from what I've seen. So yeah, it's not like you're cheaping out or whatever by going the tracksuit path.
Yeah.
So would you say that you even have an opinion on the whole materialism thing, or is it just do what do whatever is your own thing kind of thing?
For me, it's just like doing whatever that's for me, innit? I don't really have an opinion on people that that people like yeah what people wear and that like I think if they think that's for them then that's for them innit like I who am I to hate on that, do you know what I'm saying? Everyone has like different styles and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a melting pot in it really in London. So you got some people that like the designer thing, some people that don't, like some people are a bit of a mixture. Like it's nice to see, innit? It's just not really me like that, you know. Maybe here and there I might just cop a 1-2 Fendi t-shirt or something like for that special occasion, but it's not for me, it's not an everyday thing. I like to stay comfy in it. So yeah, comfy and practical, really. I have nothing against like the designer thing at all. So yeah, I just rather be in a tracksuit.
Exactly, man. 100. I feel that. I feel that 100%. I honestly, I like the comfy feel as well. I'm a hoodie guy myself. It
Yeah,
feels like I'm getting like hugged by my clothes, you know?
Literally,
Nice.
like let's say you're out on the late night in summer, like you know that, and it gets cold. You could just put your hoodie on, or let's say if it starts raining, and let's say you left your coat at home, you just slap on your hoodie. Simple. Like, yeah, it's just one of the practicality in it.
Exactly, man. 100%. Before we get into the closes, I do want to talk a little bit more about your, I suppose, inspirations. We talked about how you're inspired by the place you grew up, by
Yeah.
your goals as well. I suppose musical inspirations is the next question that makes the most sense. So, who would you say your biggest musical inspirations would be? Yeah, let's just talk about that a bit.
So I'll say a few. I'll say about like maybe three or four. So one of them is Heady One. Reason being because we grew up in the same area. Like I actually grew up listening to Heady One. So when he was Heads, that's like people used to call him Heads in it. Like that was what his artist name was in it. Like I grew up listening to him. So he inspires me. I've seen him literally make it out the hood. So that's an inspiration. I'll say Drake sonically and especially when it comes to like the vulnerability as well. Um and his longevity as well. Who else? Trying to think. Dave, yeah, sonically and him being vulnerable and versatile, he inspires me. Nux, Nux especially because like he's just, I don't know, like he's just so like his music is just so chilled, like so cool. Like I take a lot of inspiration from him, and like yeah, he's just someone that I would just listen to on a daily basis. But yeah, I'll say Gets as well. The way he compiles his albums is very amazing. Like he knows how to put an album together, especially his last two albums. Fun fact, I'm actually in one of his music videos as well.
Oh, swear.
It's crazy. Yeah, yeah. He's got a song called I think it's called Preach, and I'm in there. Yeah, I'm in that video.
What were
Like
you
you
doing
wouldn't
in the
recognize
video?
me though. I think I was just acting out something. Like I had a black bandana around my head. This is when I first started growing my hair out. And then yeah, they had me doing a little bit of acting. So yeah, those are the people that the artists that inspire me musically.
That's pretty cool. I'll need to put a clip of that in here. I'll need to like do a little, and then put it in at this
Yeah,
point. You know, so yeah, nah, that's cool, man. That's cool. I mess with that. I didn't even know that. Yeah, I wonder how do you even get casted for things like that?
bro, it's crazy because like there's the guy that was directing it. He's from my end, and I know him. So I think I just shouted him because I just wanted to be in that space anyways and get to know people in the music space. This was when I was like first starting out. And he was just like, yeah, be here this time, blah, blah, blah. And then that's when I met one guy called Dylan. He shoots music videos. He shot, I feel like, shout out Dylan, that's my guy for real. Um, yeah, man, just connected with different people, got to see how like a certain like a budgeted music video works. Like he gets was all up on the rooftop and everything. Like, and obviously we couldn't go up there because of obviously insurance and stuff like that. It was crazy. It had like all these massive cameras and like I think the video shoot was about like I think it was about like 10 hours, bro.
That's insane.
10
Yeah,
hours. I got there super early. I think it was like a 9, 8 a.m. start in terms of filming. It was crazy, but it was a good experience though. I wouldn't change it at all.
100%, man. Facts. Yeah. I think we can get into the closing questions now. I want to talk a little bit about what we can expect next from Zeggé. So, in terms of the close future, so from here until the end of the year, and then the longer term, so going into next year and then early 2025 as well. Talk to me.
Wait, 2025, that's That's not even far, you know.
Yeah, it's closer than
Um,
you think, isn't it?
that's not even far, you know. I would say like for the next till the from now till the ending of the year, um, I'm gonna put out. I think I've got like maybe two tracks lined up just to close off the year, end it on a high, and then I'm featured on um another artist's album. He's from Canada actually, and we've got a song together, and yeah, that song's a heavy hitter. Like it's a proper heavy hitter. So yeah, that's gonna be coming out soon. I've already started the making moves on my next tape. So that should drop sometime early next year. I'll probably drop another tape and I'll say 20 and just do like a few songs here and there within the year. Um 2025, crazy. I think we're talking albums like studio albums. Like, yeah, studio album time. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for that. Yeah, that's what's planned for 2025. I think next year I might drop three tapes. If not two, maybe if not three, then two. But 2025, like people are gonna get like a proper album for me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm even excited, like, even just thinking about it, bro. It's crazy.
I'm
I'm
gassed for it, man.
excited.
Honestly, a
Yeah.
studio album now, that's that's serious.
Yeah, that's serious, bro. Like a proper album, like so much thought and like time, energy, like vulnerability. Yeah, yeah, I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
Yeah, man, facts. Cool. So, do you know what? I think we
Yeah.
can get into the closing question before we, actually close off. I ask this question to literally everyone. Um and today's no different, so let's just get into it. You are heard by everyone on earth for 10 seconds. What do you say?
Oh, that's crazy, you know. Everyone on Earth for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'll do? I'll play one of my songs and then I'll literally play one of my songs for like 7 seconds, then say, oh, for the last three, or maybe for the first 3 seconds, I'll be like, yeah, my name's Zeggé, search me up. That's what I'll do, bro.
Well, like one of them Spotify ads. You know when
Yeah,
you know the ones where people don't have Spotify Premium, it's just like
yeah,
5 seconds of a song. Hey, this is Zeggé. Make sure you check out
yeah. And then
my
just let
most
one of my
recent
songs
track.
just run. Like, yeah, I'll do that. Because I have nothing really to say in it. Like, yeah, apart from that, I'll do that. I'll do that still. That'll be funny. Everyone will be like, who's this? Who's that? Be on the news and everything.
Thanks, because for the first 7 seconds, I would be shook. I'd be like, "Yo, what's my music playing? Or what's going on?" Like, but yeah,
Oh
nah,
man.
that's insane though.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. But yeah, man.
100%, man. Cool. Do you know what? I think that is a good place to close off this episode.
Lit.
Um, yeah, I think this is a good place to close off. I'll do the outro and all of that. Yeah. Listeners, watchers of the IshPlusSix podcast and listeners, thank you all for watching this episode. Make sure you all go check out Zeggé's most recent release on all platforms. It's personal, out now everywhere. Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere. YouTube, pirate it, do this,
You
don't
name
pirate
it.
it. I'm joking. Yeah. But
YouTube, Amazon Music, these are all of them places.
exactly, man, 100%. Go check it out, go stream it. Make sure also you will go like, subscribe, and comment on this video and Zeggé's videos as well, his visuals for his tracks. Zeggé, can we expect any more visuals as well for some of your tracks, or is it a waiting game
Boy,
for your next releases?
oh, it's a waiting game. It's a waiting game. I haven't closed. Do you know what it is? I've been so focused on the music, I haven't really thought about videos. But you will expect something. I'm not gonna say when, but everyone will get something. Something. That's all I can say right now.
Say less,
Can't
man.
say
I'm
no
gassed
more.
for it. I'm gassed for it, honestly. Cool. Listeners, watchers, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Zeggé, please tell the people to like, comment, and subscribe. They don't listen to
Please
me.
like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you listen. Make sure you listen again. You know what I'm saying? Go follow both of us, follow Ish. Like, yeah, just do all of that. Make sure you do it, please.
100%. Come on, you know the vibes. Zeggé, thank you so much for being on this episode.
Thank you for
Um,
having me, man.
of course, listeners, keep it real, and I will see you later. Alligators.